relation with somebody specific, and it has been determined that we are in an exclusive situation, or I will only be having that relation with that person, then at this point, I would say that it's in essence coined almost a relationship.
Okay, all right, let me ask you this. Do you consider, if you made out with another girl and you're in a relationship, would you consider that cheating?
If you're in a relationship?
Yes.
Absolutely.
If you're exclusive with a girl and you made out with another girl, would you consider that cheating?
I don't know the answer to that.
You personally?
I think it could possibly be cheating as well.
What about you, Dave?
No, I think that's what the difference between exclusive and a relationship is it's not cheating. If it feels like cheating, then you're in a relationship, and you should have that conversation.
Oh, I agree. But you make a good point.
Because if you just got to have that conversation. If we're able to allow ourselves to be vulnerable on a number of other levels, then it's not so difficult for us to just have that conversation to establish what the lines are.
So basically, what you're getting into is you're getting into a whole other topic, and you're talking about communication at this point. You're talking about having open lines of communication and knowing what that partner is looking for, and knowing what you want that partner together.
But I guess if you can communicate successfully with each other, then that's pretty much a relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're exclusive with someone but you can't really talk about your feelings, you're probably not together.
You're probably not together. You know, there's one.
Jim, are you listening?
No, this is actually what the cheating question is another one that I always find interesting, because I think you're excused. The definition of what cheating is has kind of changed over time, especially now that relationships aren't happening till a little bit later on.
Are you talking about using EPO and other performance-enhancing drugs?
No, I mean, so Tom. So here's an example. Tom and I are out at the bar. We're crushing Crown. We're awesome. And
just like how Kevin described.
Yeah, it's pretty much like that. Yeah,
just like
wearing neon glasses. And, it's good stuff. But then I drunkenly make out with this girl, but I'm in a relationship. Or I'm exclusive, if you want to, instead of pushing.
Let's just make a disclaimer: being drunk never.
But is there a difference between kissing? Like in that instance, the kissing is more like, great, as opposed to
if you could only be in the studio and have seen the face that Kevin made via the kissing conversation. I don't know if anyone would ever want to have been in that kissing situation. I apologize, Kevin.
But you talk, Dave.
Kind of let the viewers.
No, it's important. I mean, maybe eventually when we get the technology up, we can do video podcasts.
Yeah,
baby steps.
Yeah. But I don't know. Do you think the definition of cheating, or do you think it's just based on the idea of I feel guilty, I feel responsible, so
there's so many questions that brings it up. Is it really cheating if you don't feel it?
Has more to do with what they would perceive it as and not what you perceive it as. Because if you don't have a very good sense of guilt, then you're not the right person to be identifying what's cheating or not.
Agree.
The other person really, it's about consideration. And if you're expecting to be in a relationship seriously to the point where it could become, that one relationship that you end up in for good, then it shouldn't. If you have to answer the question, is it cheating or not cheating, you're asking the wrong question.
Well, you're asking the wrong question because you should already know that, of course, I'm beyond interested in this person, and my attention shouldn't be wandering in any other way because I'm so interested by that person.
I think that's why in a relationship you should get together and you should write out the rules, like a little, like you have the golf book you take with you, the rules of
almost
golf.
like a prenup for every relationship.
You kind of flip through, you're out
These
the
are the
bar.
things I'm going to bring into the relationship.
Okay.
These are the things you're going to bring into the relationship.
She has a problem with drunken making out. Okay, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. But she's okay with a little ass grabbing. All right, good to know. So then you kind of negotiate that way.
The rules of engagement, if you will.
Yes.
You call it.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I suppose it depends on the level of adventure that you want to infuse into your relationship. Anyway,
adventure.
Maybe a little.
You're going much further than episode 4.
You're going down a dangerous path here, David. Talk to me about the adventure.
Well, I'm just speaking in completely hypothetical terms.
Of course,
really.
none of this is based in reality at all.
No, certainly not. In fact, at 20 minutes of conversation, I think we may have reached our peak for today, and we might be onto an interesting subject of adventure.
I told you, I think it's episode 4.
Yeah,
I'm thinking we've.
Okay, so let's leave it here. Let's keep the teaser. So we covered everything today, and next week we're going to talk about adventure.
Oh,
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a nice
it's got a great little wing to it.
Yeah.
That makes me really excited to see what's going to happen.
It should. Would you say it titillates you?
I actually would never say that.
No, ever?
I don't think that word should ever be used ever. There's a couple words. Moist would be another one.
Yeah.
And then possibly stow. Other than an airline, I don't even understand what the meaning is on an airline. I don't stow anything.
No.
Yeah, when you go home, you don't stow your clothes into the dresser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and stow my pots and pans into the cupboard. It just makes no sense, along with...
But then, if you don't dry the pans off, then you're stowing moist pans.
Yeah.
And it just it creates a whole...
It really does. It's a slippery slope.
It's really slippery. It's a slippery, moist slope.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. Would you say that would be titillating?
It would be titillating.
Titillating?
Titillating,
Oh.
not tintillating.
What did I say?
You said tintillating or something.
Well,
titillating.
I see the world through rose-colored glasses, so
Sure.
I do have a bit of a tintillating personality.
If only we could all be like Tom Rickey.
Yeah.
And we're done.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the 10 Phases of Dating. I am David Berry Podcast. I'm Kevin Green. We have David Berry. We have Tom Rickey in the studio. The book, The 10 Phases of Dating, will be out shortly. Go on IamDavidBerry.com to get details. And we will see you next week as we talk about adventure.